head, so you bagged him. I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet.
In this video, I'm going to attempt to mount a ladder onto my van, and I want to show you the process as I do it. This isn't a how-to, but I'll show you how I did it, and it might be of some value to you. A few months ago now, we bought a transit camper van off of a couple in Cambridge. On the van, there were some roof racks and a fixed ladder. The roof racks looked as if they might be tall enough to fit on my van, so I decided to whip them off and try them against my van. We also bought an awning off of them for an extra £50. That was attached to those racks originally, and so we wanted to keep the same racks, so we didn't have to drill any new holes, and we could just bang it on the original racks. I don't think this is going to fit because of this, but we may as well try it. Look, Megan. Oh, it's touch and go in it. But they didn't fit, so I'm going to have to buy some new ones anyway. I was a little gutted when I realised they didn't fit, as I would definitely need to buy some roof racks so I can attempt to fit a deck onto them. I then began to take the fixed ladder off of the donor transit to put on mine. I know a lot of people say they don't want a fixed ladder on their van as they're worried about people climbing on their vans in the night and taking solar panels and things, but I just love the idea of having some sort of decking or seating area at the top of the van that I'm just willing to take that risk. I'll also have some sort of security system in place to prevent that from happening anyway. I then had the ladder off and I wanted to spruce it up a little bit. As it was rusting and flaking a little bit, I just wanted to zhuzh it up a little bit just to make it just that touch nicer. I first went over it with a wire brush and a bit of sandpaper. I'm getting the main bits of flaky paint off. I'm not going for a very perfect finish, so I didn't want to strip it all down completely. I just wanted it a little nicer than it was. Once I'd done that, I gave it a good spray all over. I gave a good spray on the back and then I flipped it over, sprayed the front, and then gave it a couple more coats that day. I didn't actually come to put the ladder on my van until the weekend after that, and I actually left the ladder down the yard all throughout that week at work. I was going by and just chucking an extra layer of spray paint on it just to make it that little bit nicer. By the time we come to put the ladder on, it had a few coats of this black spray paint and it looked pretty solid. It wasn't a perfect finish, but like I say, I was just going for quick and easy. I then took the back panel of the door off from the inside, took the insulation out and measured whereabouts the hole would come through on the other side, just to double check that I wouldn't go through anything important before drilling any holes in. Whilst checking the holes, I put the back plates up to make sure they fit. The top one wouldn't fit properly as it was about 1 centimetre too big. Oh, it's a bit lower than I wanted it. I might have to chop it.
Get it beyond that bit of metal.
It won't. It won't wedge.
Well, make it wedge.
I'll chop it off. It's not right. Follow it. Thing on, but. So I chopped it off, just literally chopped 1 centimetre off the end to fit it in, and now it fits fine. Now the marks were exactly where I wanted them, and I knew the back plates would fit, so I drilled the holes. First hole we're drilling into the van here. The drill bits that I had didn't make big enough holes that I could actually fit the bolts through. So I had to rotate the drill a bit and bodge it up a little bit just to fit these bolts through the holes. In between the ladder, I used the strips from the donor camper as a barrier between the ladder and the door panel. That's just to waterproof the holes a bit. I don't think I've got a clip of this, but I did put a little bit of caravan sealant in the holes just as an extra precaution. I don't think you need to do this, but I did it anyway. I had Megan help me as we put the ladder in position. I put the back plates in as well, and we put the bolts through and then tighten the nuts on both sides so they are right up to the panel, securing the ladder to the door. I then had to put the insulation back in and the back door panels back on. It was a very simple process and it didn't take a great deal of time either. I love the way the ladder actually looks on the van, and I'm glad I have it now, as I now have easy access to the roof of the van, which is what I wanted. Because I still want the roof racks, because I definitely want this little decking on top if I can, depending on how much room I have left over after putting the solar panel up onto the roof racks as well. And obviously I've got to go around the vents as well, but hopefully I'm going to get just a little bit of decking up there just so I can sit up there on a warm evening or something. This was the first bit of progress I actually had on the van. I've cracked on a lot since then, so I've got lots more videos on the way. If you got this far watching me put a ladder on my van, thank you. That's about it. Next video will be the first update of the shower, I believe. Okay. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you liked it. Comment, tell me where I went wrong. Tell me that I used the drill wrong. Do whatever you need to do.